edition of W-OLGC TV News. We got a lot in store for you today, so let's get started. First, in preschool, I hear we're learning a lot about ABCs. Right, Carolina?
Right. In preschool, they just learned about B, C, and D. This month, they'll be learning about E. They also are learning about Christmas and the Advent season, and that Christmas is about the birth of baby Jesus. And they have been practicing songs for the Christmas concert. They are very excited to have breakfast with Santa Claus. In nursery, they will spend some time talking about Advent and Christmas. They will also be working on a very top secret project. They can't wait for the Christmas concert.
Well, that sounds holly jolly. Now, let's head over to kindergarten. I hear the kindergartners are using a lot of technology and learning about Skype. Right, Alexa?
That's right, Anthony. In kindergarten, the kids actually Skyped with a Catholic grammar school in Philadelphia.
They are also excited for their lunch with Santa, too. The kindergarten also put on their play this week, the Nativity Story. The students did a wonderful job with each of their parts. As you can see here, during their practice, the students had a lot of fun and worked hard.
They are also looking forward to their long Christmas break.
Well, I'm looking forward to it too. Now, let's hear what's happening in first grade. I hear that they're getting ready for Christmas. I hope Santa will be really good to them and they've been good for him. Right, Callie?
That's right, Anthony. In first grade, the students are getting prepared for Christmas.
The first graders have homework in their R&S books. They have also been reading such books as King Midas and his Gold and Fox and his Big Wish. They are asked to use Study Island. The first graders need to make sure to bring a healthy snack every day.
Sounds like the first graders are doing some pretty fun things.
You know what? Those things do sound like a lot of fun. Now, let's head over to second grade. In second grade, I hear that in ILA, they're learning lots of new things and reading a lot of new fun books. Right on?
Yeah, Anthony. In second grade, they're reading lots of fun, different books. They are working hard on Lesson 13 in ILA. Their main focus is consonants, inflections, fiction and nonfiction, and plural possessive nouns. Right now, they are on Lesson 7 in math. And lucky them, they don't have any homework in science. Make sure you're reading, because your Be a Fanatic reading log will be checked right after the break.
Well, I still remember when we did Be a Fanatic reading logs in second grade. Now, let's head over to third grade. In third grade, I hear that there's a magical elf on the shelf that moves around while the students are away home at night. Right, Scarlett?
That's right, Anthony. Seems like you've heard of elves on the shelf.
They have been getting special visits from their elf these last couple of weeks. It magically moves around in the night to a new location where the students can find it. To spread Christmas cheer, the third graders have been making Christmas boxes for their students. Recently, they drew names out of a hat to see who they will be giving their box to. They were careful to make sure that they kept it a secret, so the other person would not know who it is. Each person wrote why this other student is a gift to the class. Then a note was placed in the box and decorated with symbols that resemble the gift that the student is to the class.
That's a great way to spread holiday cheer, right, Anthony?
That's right. And if you haven't heard yet, the best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. Now, let's head over to fourth grade. In fourth grade, I hear that there's a lot of Christmas caroling going on. Right, Carly?
That's right, Anthony. The fourth graders put on a fabulous Christmas concert this year. The students will sing and dance to Christmas carols. They are also writing cards to another classmate. The cards are kept a secret and contain why the student is important to the class. They can include a small Christmas treat, such as a candy cane, with their card. They will also trade cards this week. The students are working very hard on the door decorating contest. Wow, it sounds like they're working harder than one of Santa's elves.
Well, that sounds right. Now, let's head over to fifth grade. I hear that in fifth grade, they are working as hard as one of Santa's elves also. Right, Patrick?
That's right, Anthony. The fifth grade are working hard on their slavery projects. In math, they are finishing up in measurements. In social studies, they are getting ready to present their family heritage project. And finally, in religion, they are watching the Nativity movie that tells about the birth of Jesus.
That's all that's happening in fifth grade.
Well, that sounds exciting. Now, let's throw it to Jackson, who is here, live, at Our Lady of Good Counsel School with some man-on-the-street interviews.
Hi, I'm Jackson. I'm with Abraham, Sarah, and God here. And so what was it like What was your experience as a guy?
Well, it was cool because I was kind of like hidden behind the curtain and nobody could see me.
Like, did you put a lot of time and effort into doing, like,
Yeah, I kind of had to like read over the lines a lot to like understand all the words. Like I messed up a few times, but
Yeah,
it's okay.
everyone gets a few butterflies sometimes. Now, Sarah, what was it like for your role? Like, was it hard or?
I was nervous when I went up to the stage, but I was fine and I knew my lines, so it was good.
Yeah, I guess so. Now, Abraham, what was your experience like?
Well, my experience was like when I found out that we weren't doing it in the church, I was a little disappointed because I was in church. But then once we started doing like full dress rehearsals in the gym, it started to be really cool. And memorizing the lines, that was the tough part. But it all came out good, and I was a little nervous today, but everything came out good, so that's
Yeah, everyone gets a little butterflies too. Thanks, guys. That's so cool. We also got to talk to a girl in second grade who won the fire escape contest.
A lady in our second grade who is getting an award today because she did a wonderful job with a contest run by the Morristown Fire Company. And we're going to have Leah come up. This is our Fire Marshal Bob, and he has an award he'd like to give her.
Thank you. If you remember, we asked all the second graders to draw and plan your own fire escape and then submit it to us. We didn't get too many from W-OLGC, but we did get a couple. And Leah is the winner, so congratulations and nice job.
It's exciting.
What was your picture of?
It was a picture of my house, and each side had a different floor.
Did you have any idea you were going to win?
No, I had no idea.
Thanks, Ms. Steele, for also interviewing Leah. That's all for Man on the Street interviews. Back to you, Anthony.
Well, thank you, Jackson, for those Man on the Street interviews. Now, let's head over to Lewis. Lewis is here with some 6th, 7th, and 8th grade math updates. Right, Lewis?
Right, Anthony. The upper grades are trying to finish everything before the Christmas holiday.
Mrs. Burnham's math students recently did a fun activity solving distance, speed rate, and time problems in the gym. The students used balls to roll down ramps to measure their rate of speed and distance. The students then plugged their results into the distance equals speed or rate times time formulas. This type of kinesthetic learning makes math fun. The kids had a great time, and they learned a lot too.
And remember that if you ever forget your math textbook for homework, you can always use the online textbook.
All the information you will need will be on the website.
And the website that is. Now, let's head over to Nathan, who is here with 6th, 7th, and 8th grade science, and will tell us how they are doing many labs and learning about forces of energy. Right, Nathan?
That's right, Anthony. The 6th grade just finished a force and station lab.
And don't forget to study for any upcoming tests and quizzes. In 7th grade, they have just finished their weather and climate chapters and are ready to start with their 6-month biology unit on the body. Better study hard. Finally, in 8th grade, they just finished learning the periodic table and are starting a chemistry unit after Christmas. They are also working on their brochures to convert people to live in their biomes. That's all that's happening in science.
Well, that sounds very interesting. Now, let's head over to Ava, who is here with 6th, 7th, and 8th grade social studies. I heard they are learning about faraway places, including Greece. Right, Ava?
That's right, Anthony. The 6th grade is learning about ancient Greece.
And just finished China and the geography scales on maps. 7th grade is learning about the American Revolution. This is very important as our ancestors got us our independence. In 8th grade, they are learning about the Industrial Revolution and how many inventors changed our life today.
Such as Thomas Edison and the light bulb.
Well, that sounds like they are learning about a lot of cool inventions. Now, let's head over to Jackson, who is here with 6th, 7th, and 8th grade ILA. I hear that they've been reading many exciting books. Right, Jackson?
That's right, Anthony. They just finished reading The Great Zero Race.
They are also learning about compound complex sentences. Luckily, the grammar test isn't until after Christmas break. They are continuing Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. They try to read one chapter every day and receive homework on the chapters they have read.
And great job with the Jessie tree, 6th grade. 7th graders are learning how to diagram complex sentences. They have been studying Charles Dickens's classic, A Christmas Carol. They also get to watch videos of parts of the book. They are having an exam on 12 short stories they have studied since September. Good luck! In 8th grade, they're reading a book called Flowers for Algernon. They are taking IQ inkblot and multiple Intel tests. After this, they have no tests until we get back from Christmas break. And guess what? Their elf on the shelf is going to keep a constant watch over those students.
Man, this guy is everywhere. Alright, now, let's head over to Cindy, who is here with specials. I hear that at gym they are playing volleyball and some students are making movies in computers. Right, Cindy?
That's right, Anthony. The 1st and 2nd graders in computers are making movies. The 1st grader's movie is about the nativity, and the 2nd grader's movie is about the hungry caterpillar.
In 3rd grade, they are finding facts about Native Americans. In the 4th grade, they are working on their mystery bookmarks. The 6th graders are working on the Egyptian projects. In 7th grade, they are working on a media scavenger hunt. The 8th graders presented their blogs on any topic they chose to do. Remember, you can go on to northpole.com. In gym, we are working at a volleyball stage. We will continue this before and after Christmas break. In Spanish, the 3rd and 7th graders are both working on the days of the week and the months. In 4th grade, they are working on plural rules and gender. 5th graders are working on deportes. The 6th graders are learning pronouns like I, you, he, and she. In 8th grade, they are currently working on chapter 15.
That's it for specials, Anthony.
Thanks, Cindy. Now, thank you for tuning in on the December edition of W-OLGC TV News. I hope you have a wonderful, happy, safe holiday. Merry Christmas!